Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going over if it's worth it to join a flat fee brokerage and what the pros and cons are of joining this kind of company. Real estate agents are paid through commissions on the homes that we sell that is then brought into our brokerage to split. Each brokerage has a unique model around the commission split and how much they charge their agents. In recent times, we have seen the emergence of flat fee brokerages making their way into the real estate industry. A flat fee brokerage doesn't charge an agent a percentage of the commission, but rather they collect a fixed transaction fee from each deal that agent closes, usually somewhere around $400 to $500 per deal. This may seem like an amazing opportunity for an agent as opposed to paying anywhere from 10 to all the way up to 50% on your commission or paying a company cap, which can equal up to thousands of dollars on each deal. However, before you go running to a flat fee brokerage, there are some other things to consider, and generally in choosing a brokerage, just like anything in life, you usually get what you pay for. So I'll be going over the pros and the cons of joining a flat fee brokerage in this video. I do want to make it clear that I have personally never worked at a flat fee brokerage, so if you are seriously considering it, then I would definitely recommend to do more research because I'm just sharing my own personal perspective. Let's start with the pros, and the benefit of working with a flat fee brokerage, which is a huge benefit, is that you don't have to pay a split and you are able to keep most of your profits as an agent. So whether you have a commission of $5,000 or $50,000, you're still paying that brokerage a flat fee of, let's say, $500. In this model, you are usually retaining well over 90% of your commissions, which just leaves you with more money per deal to bring back to your family and to reinvest back into your business. So let's say that you sell 20 homes in a year, and from that you earn $300,000. You're still only paying $500 per deal, or $10,000, leaving you, the agent, with $290,000, or almost 97% of your commission. The next benefit of working at a flat fee brokerage is that it can be a great option for a part-time or low-producing agent. If you're in real estate and it's more of a side hustle where maybe you have a couple of friends and families that you sell them homes every now and again, then a flat fee brokerage makes sense for you. If you're bringing in only 1 to 3 deals a year, maybe because you're not fully focused or committed to real estate and you just have other more important obligations, then all you really need is a place to hang your license. In that case, it probably wouldn't make sense to pay anywhere from 10 to 50% of your commission if you don't even make use of the resources that you're paying for. At the end of the day, a flat fee real estate brokerage that charges a transaction fee when a deal closes is only going to be profitable if they have a high volume of agents and nowhere nearly as profitable as a traditional agency that charges a split. A large agency that sells 200 homes a year under a flat fee brokerage model will only make $90,000 in that year, while a traditional brokerage that sells the same amount of homes with an average $10,000 commission size will earn $600,000 on the same sales volume. Now, you may hear this and think that's a good thing because conventional thinking would lead you to believe that if the brokerage is making less money, that must mean that you as an agent are keeping more money to yourself. While there may be some truth to that, the traditional office will have more financial resources for security and to reinvest back into their agents. For this reason, there are some things that these brokerages are lacking due to financially limited resources, which brings me into the negatives of being with a flat fee real estate brokerage. The first negative about a flat fee brokerage is that they don't have the same brand recognition. Flat fee brokerages, at least today, don't have the same brand strength and reputation as some of the larger franchises in the industry, such as Keller Williams or let's say a Remax. While we are now seeing a transition in the industry to the brand of the individual agent taking precedent over the brand of the brokerage, it still is an important factor for many consumers and it does still matter. The flat fee brokerages just aren't there yet and they're not perceived to be as prestigious as some of the larger names in the industry. Agents that join a flat fee real estate brokerage are focused entirely on building their own personal brand and don't have the additional additional backing of a strong brokerage brand behind them. That branding is something you simply have to pay for. The next disadvantage is that you will have to pay for almost everything. The brokerage makes a limited income and still needs to pay its standard operating expenses, and for this reason, you will need to pay virtually everything else that is an expense to you as an agent. They are simply just not profitable enough to provide the same marketing materials and additional resources that traditional brokerages can afford with a commission split. The next disadvantage is that there's generally not as many top producing real estate agents at these offices. Top producing real estate agents that sell a large volume of homes tend to not really work at these companies, and I know that at least in my area, most of the top agents work at traditional real estate brokerages, and I don't see too many of them coming out of these flat fee companies. A couple of reasons for this are that as a strong agent, they generally want to be aligned with a strong real estate brokerage brand as well, and also as you start to sell a high volume of homes, the savings that you get from a flat fee real estate brokerage really start to dwindle down. Let's say a top agent is selling 35 units a year with a flat fee of $450. That would come out to $15,750 that they're paying the brokerage, which is not much less than a traditional real estate brokerage like Keller Williams that offers a commission cap. In some cases, the flat fee model can actually be a lot more expensive, as a top producer can sell anywhere from 30 to 100 plus homes. So if an agent is selling 100 homes a year, then they would have to pay the flat fee brokerage $45,000 in commission fees, while meanwhile at Keller Williams, the cap is usually anywhere from $15,000 to let's say $25,000. Now, you maybe aren't selling 30 or 100 homes or anything even close to that, so you may be wondering how this has any impact on you. Being at an agency with top producing agents means that your brokerage is also a top producing company in that area, and therefore potential clients have seen your company's signs around the blocks. This is another selling point for you as an agent, and for example, in my local market, I can say that I work for the top selling firm in my entire county. Also, just being around top agents really boosts morale, gives you good examples to have around, and they could even teach you a thing or two along the way. I joined a top office while I was selling next to nothing, and just being surrounded by so many top agents really motivated me to want to be a part of the club myself. The next disadvantage is a lack of training and support. Just earning transaction fees for closed deals simply doesn't leave as much money left over for training, resources, staff, support, and profit still being left over for the owners. At the end of the day, something has to give. You can't have your cake and eat it too, and in this case, you can't keep 100% of your commission and expect the same level of training and support that is offered at a traditional brokerage. Although flat fee brokers may try to argue this and claim to have the same level of support and training as a traditional brokerage, I just don't see realistically how this can be possible based on the profit margins and how much more money the traditional brokerage has to play with. If you don't need the training and support or don't find value in it, then it probably doesn't make sense to pay for these things. Although with a traditional brokerage, you will generally receive a lot more training, support, and guidance, and usually these offerings will pay off handsomely. The way that I see it when it comes to the flat fee model is that they give you an amazing benefit to keep 100% of your commissions, which is a huge deal, but this does come at the cost of having brand recognition, top agents around you, and the same level of training, support, and resources that are usually offered at a more traditional brokerage. Once again, this is just my perspective and how I see it and why the flat fee model wasn't right for me. Whether you decide to work at a flat fee brokerage or a more traditional real estate office, I truly wish you all the best, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more real estate.